Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to this full moon in Aries for October the 13th, 2019. So you see, I'm clearing my air and getting ready to bring this important message and how we're going to work with this powerful full moon, hunter's moon, named after that from the farmer's Amalek. And we can get into that particular topic of why they have the certain names in another video. So let's get in. This full moon is one of two full moons named after the hunter's moon, but this is one of the full moons that's not named after a particular month because it's following after the autumn equinox. So this full moon is associated, this particular full moon is associated with new beginnings, even though normally it is about letting go and ending. But the reason is it's associated with new beginnings because it is in the sign of Aries, the very first sign of the zodiac. A new cycle of full moons is beginning now following this particular moon. It's setting the stage for the 12 months of full moons to follow. So it's setting the stage of the next 12 months of the next set cycle of full lunar moons. So reason why this is very important is because it's the very first full moon of the zodiac with Aries. So the Aries full moon shows us both a climax. So this full moon is like a climax point. It's like we're reaching the top. We're at a climax and there's some releasing. So whatever we begin around April of 2019, our intentions, our goals, our seeds that we planted will bear fruit now. Okay? And this is why it is important to set your intentions, to set your goals, to set your seeds, to plant like a farmer with the full moon and the new moon. So if you are following us here in the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel, we did a lot of work back in April. So if you go back and look at your notes on what we did in April, you should start seeing, if you followed what we were doing, start seeing the fruit from what your intentions were set. Okay? So, with these 6 months coming in, you want to have a very sharp focus after this full moon coming in. It's going to bring about a sharp focus. You're going to feel like an ego focus. It's going to bring that vibration. Okay. So the sun right now is situated at this time in Libra. We may need to still release, and we will be releasing because you know how we do over here. We have our releasing and with the full moon, but we are adding in what? Setting. So we are going to set intentions and we're going to release and receive. So we're going to be receiving, setting our intentions with this full moon, and we're going to be doing what? Releasing with this full moon. Okay? We're going to be releasing. So we're doing twofold, receiving and releasing. So let me go right on and start going. We got a lot of information to cover. So we're going to be feeling like more focus. Also with this sun still positioned in Libra, we're going to find greater balance between me and them. So what we're saying is, since we have Aries and we have the sun situated in Libra with this full moon, you're going to be working for more, finding greater balance between me, which is yourself, me, myself, and I, me as well, and them, those that we deal with, okay? As well as between selfishness and people-pleasing behavior. We will be working with that, working to release and to balance out selfish and people-pleasing behavior, which can be counterproductive to your life and my life. All right. So Mars is the ruler of this full moon. Okay. Mars is actually the ruler of this full moon because The full moon is in what? The sign of Aries, but Mars is the planet ruler over this full moon. All right, that's getting into our what? Astrology, because we do astrology over here. Now, in the relationship of the loving sign of Libra, this is some energy area to be mindful. While Mars is in position here, we're going to need to be mindful of procrastination coming up, indecisiveness, and flirtation. So those are some 3 areas that Mars likes to pull up. This can stir up being easily irritated, okay, with ourselves and with others over the week coming in. Okay, so we want to be mindful of that. So when you start feeling that heightness, besides the full moon already brings some heightness all on itself, we doubling that. So this is where we want to be mindful, where we're doing the work. Doing what? The work. Okay. So sometimes even with this energy of Mars being a ruler of this particular full moon, this can bring in power struggles, commitment, commitment discussions, or the lack thereof. So so we're still dealing in the area of what? Relationships. Doesn't necessarily mean relationships being married, or if you're single. Relationships are relationships to other areas with people, and your relationship with what? Money. So that does bring into that as well. We will be challenged in some other areas because of the heaviness of the full moon. So already know you're going to have some challenges anyway in some other areas, because you're going to feel that impression from the moon. But these are some highlighted areas from the Mars being in full moon. Okay. So with this, you want to make sure that you're finding our own equilibrium and making informed decisions. Make sure you're making informed decisions and compromising. Before we're making decisions, make sure you take time to sit back and mull it over with yourself and take time on making moves. Not just reacting, but making moves, sit back and relax, make informed decisions, and also too, being compromising. All right. So, because this is the first moon of the next cycle of 12 full moons in the astrological year. Now, let me give you a little, because Aries is the first astrological part of the year that we recognize, that I recognize as an astrologer and working with the astrological realm. The first part of the year, let me just explain. The first part of the year is a side note. We recognize those are astrologers, those are spiritualists, or whatever you may call yourself, or magical practitioner. We acknowledge the first part of the year in April, according to the astrology and the zodiac sign. So we follow Aries. However, we still, as the masses, recognize January. But we don't do new beginnings and new bringings in until April. So that's just a side note. You can go back to the video back in April. I covered a little bit of that. So let's move on. Okay, and stay on task. All right. So Aries is going to send us a twofold. It's going to give us a twofold in this full moon. We normally, like I was saying a little bit ago, we normally just do releasing with the full moon. But however, because this is the first full moon of the next cycle of 12 full moons, we're going to do receiving and releasing with the Aries moon. Our intentions, we're going to be setting intentions, and we're going to be planting our seeds, our goals, our seeds into the ground, which is the ethers, the ethers into the universe and into the earth plane and into the realm of the astrological realm, which we can say the hemisphere or the atmosphere way out. Okay, so these are some areas that we're going to focus on in writing our intentions. And what that is, we're doing what? Receiving. All right. So let me give you a few areas, and you want to write this down, that you should be focused on upgrading. So with this new moon, with this full moon, we are doing 2 main areas of receiving upgrades. So we're doing an upgrade. All right. We upgrade in our life. All right. So we got 2 areas. All right. So we want to do One area we want to focus on is, what are your personal projects you are creating for you and you alone? What are the personal projects you are creating for you and you alone? Now, personal projects are to encourage and deepen personal growth. These projects aren't about making money or furthering your career. It is about watering your soul. Okay, it's about watering your soul. Now, some examples in this area could be writing a handbook, a handful of short stories, painting, maximizing your creative side or your talent. It could be writing a best-selling book. It could be what you have thought that you should do in your life, and then you took a U-turn and did the career that they told you to do growing up. However, your spirit told you to do something else. And that is your personal project. That what was given into your spirit, that is your personal project. So that is what you should write your intentions on. Right? So that's the personal project. Look deep from within. Look at the child from within that once had a dream, that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. That's the personal project. Now, and so that just comes across so dear in my heart, because so many people let the dreams that has been given to them to lay dormant, because they were told that you will do this because you will make money at that. But today, with this full moon, with those that come to this channel, will maximize the child from within and go into that journey and find that true desire and write it down. You will make millions from that. Even though it will be a creative personal project, but it will be $1 million thing. Why? Because it's your true abundance. Now, going into millionaire thing about the personal project, millionaire can mean a lot of things in this particular personal project, because it could be hitting some areas that your ancestors had planted inside of you because they weren't able to bring that into full manifestation to whatever reasons. Because then that way, this personal project will go down into the genealogy of your life. That can be the extensions of your tree of your family. Whether if you have children, whatever it is, whatever the extensions of your family tree, they will get to maximize that ability, and it will be part of that genealogy tree. It will go down in history in your genealogy. So this is very beautiful to do. All right. Now, the next one to set your receiving on with the intentions, to set your intentions on, is finance. This is the next one. I see finance as your gasoline. You have to fuel it all the time. You fuel to move from where you are to wherever it is you want to be. Without money, you're mainly and always at stagnation in many, many aspects of everyone's life. Whether we want to admit it or not, that is your truth. It's your truth and it's my truth. Finances will change your life and make you able to do the things that you were put here to do. It is gasoline. It is the runway that will catapult you. So, me saying that, set your intentions on your finances with this moon. Set it to wherever you think you can't manifest, write that amount down. Write that amount down. All right? Set the intentions also on spending habits, on how you can increase your money with other streams of income ideas. It's vital to have other streams of income. I know plenty of you have heard this over the years, and some of you have closed your ears from hearing the other streams of income, but you've got to have other streams of income so you can move in a swifter way and the way things are getting ready to shift. Please do not close your eyes or your ears on this word going into the next decade. Please do not shut your ears. Oh, they saying it again. Yes, we saying it again because you didn't get it the last time. So the divine is saying, get it now. Now, let's get it into the intentions. I'm sorry, I'm getting hyped up, but this, the angels and the spirit guides, and even with my notes, things are shifting and changing because I'm hearing. So forgive me in that, but this is passionate. And the people that come here, this is passionate because we are about changing our lives here. It's not a game to me. This is not a game. Setting our intentions. All right. So now, when we set our intentions here, Ranita always uses what? What do Ranita use? I always use Joss paper. Now, if you don't have access to Joss paper, always keep in mind I have a whole lot now. So you can always purchase some through me. Okay. Also, too, those that send me the burnings, the first 3 people that follow through with the intentions and rituals set after the full moon, 3 first people contact me, show me a photo. I will send you some Joss paper. All right. I will send you some Joss paper. You know I love to give away things here. So let's get it in. Now, when we're burning on our Joss paper, and if you don't have Joss paper, you can use parchment paper as an option, or you can use brown paper. All right. Brown paper, back paper, but preferably Joss paper. That's a whole nother topic why I use this, but clearly you can see it go. It's a reason why, because the ethers and the atmosphere and the angels and the spirit guides and those that hover and hoover over our intentions, they recognize Joss paper because it's money in the spirit realm. You see a gold seal and you see a silver seal. Money equates in the other side as well. Yes, it do. Moving right along. So when we write our intentions, as you see, as I wrote my intentions, I wrote 2. I always write it down in the present form. I don't write, I need it, don't do. You just write it as you already have it. Then what you do, you always sign your name and you date it. You sign it because the angels and spirit guides and those that are all around you recognize your signature. Your signature is like no other. And you always date it. Always date your intentions, okay? Always date it. Now, what do we do, Ranita? When we write out our intentions, we're going to roll it because we're doing what? Receiving. So we're going to roll it to us, okay? Now, once we're burning this, I want you to burn it 3 consecutive nights, okay? 3 consecutive nights of burning your what? Release. Do we burn inside or do we burn outside, Ranita? Outside. We're working with the moon. So we want to send that energy out. Okay, we want to send it. It's now starting to get a little darker earlier now. So whatever your schedule is, you'll get that moon and you go out there and you do the work. What are we doing? Doing the work. Okay. One thing before I burn this, I want to make note of. Make sure that whatever you wrote with your receiving, with your intentions, and when we get ready to release, make sure that you do write it down in your grimoire or write it down in your grimoire or write it down in your journal so you can keep track of it. This is one of my grimoires that I write in. I have so many notebooks, and so should you because you practicing. I have so many notebooks, but this is the one, my grimoire, where I set my intentions and I write out when I'm writing out 2 new spells, okay, that come to me. So going right along, we roll it what? To us, right? We roll it to us because we want what? It to come to us, right? So we light it. You'll notice that Joss paper burns very quickly. As you can see, burns very quickly. It's very quick burn. And it's very safe for the environment. The angels and spirit guides recognize Joss paper is money in the spirit. It's money in the spirit. I'm going to say it again. Joss paper is money in the spirit. I can teach on that class if you like. I will only teach it privately. It will be a private class only. Okay? It will not be on YouTube. If you're interested in learning more about Joss paper, it will be private. Comment down below. I will not teach it on YouTube. It is only for those that truly have a true interest on maximizing their life through intentions and goals and changing areas for themselves, and not only for themselves, for your family, because you are representation of your family. Each one teach one. You represent those that you are going to help along the way. That's why you're here. You're not just here to work a job and die, or do this with your people and die. You are here to do a work. You are here, especially if you come into this channel. So here we go. Now we're going to do releasing with the full moon. So there's some areas to release with this full moon in Aries. All right. So there's 3 areas that we're going to focus on releasing. All right. Drama. Yes. Drama, emotional fits, being too hard on yourself, texting or having verbal war. So you want to release drama. The next one you're going to release is let go of people that aren't good for you. Let go of people that are not good for you. Let them go. Bye. Like, bye, girl. Bye, bye, boy. Bye. Say bye to these people should not be in your life. You know in your heart that they should not be there. Let these people move so that way you can release all these ropes and all these things that's tied to you so you can be free. You don't have to hold on to people, because you don't feel like you secure. You got to have somebody. You got the divine, the creator, the source. You got more than enough people that will believe and trust in you. So let them go. Bye, boy. Bye, girl. Bye, girl. Bye-bye to them. All right? So because it's causing mental anguish, no improvements, people drawing on your money, drawing on your credit, using you, banish them. Got to go. Got to let them go. The third is frustration. You got to let go of frustration. Court cases, jobs, poor credit, lack thereof credit. Just health frustrations, lack thereof, worry, things that you can't control anyway. So it's frustrating you because you're always worrying about something the next day. Be concerned about what today is. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow. You don't even know. So stop being frustrated. So we got to release frustration. All right. So how do we release? We release by, again, writing. We're going to write on what? Joss paper. Or you can write on parchment paper, or you can write on brown paper as your option if you don't have the Joss paper. So what do? We write it out. We seal it with our signature and date. And how do we release? We release by letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Boom. It goes away. Release away. Receive in. Okay, so let's burn it. And you'll see that it burns very quickly. Always use fire safety first. So there. And what do? We do the same thing with releasing. Same thing receiving. We go outside, do it 3 nights. Roll it away. Make sure you write it down in your journals. Write it down in your grimoires. Write it down. Start being a writer. Jot things down. You don't have to do everything new age, new way. You put it in the phone. What if the phone died? What if you lose the phone? All your dreams and hopes was in the phone. Write it down. Write the things. This is part of your life. When you're writing things down, you can give to other people. When you're writing things down, it serves a purpose to leaving a legacy, leaving a word to someone. When you write something down, they're like, wow, she wrote this or he wrote this out of her. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So it's a great thing to do. All right. So now we've gotten in our journals. All right. So what we're going to do with this full moon ritual, we always do what? Light a candle. So the candle that we'll be using is the white candle. We're using a white candle for Aries as the primary color of Aries. We're writing that down, okay? So we're going to, I'm sorry, not write down. We're using a white candle for the primary color of Aries, okay? So make sure that you know how to clean your candle, okay? Always know how to do what? Clean your candle. If you don't remember how to clean your candle, what do? I have a video on that, how to clean your candle. So I can attach it in the description box down below or into comments down below if you don't remember it. So that's that. So we always want to make sure we cleanse it. You want to speak to the candle here. When you light this, you want to when you bring it into this candle here, as you clean it and you light it, you're going to be bringing in more energy, more enthusiasm, and more determination. Why? Because Aries brings in more energy, it brings in more enthusiasm and determination. That is something part of Aries. Aries has that energy. It has that energy of full physical energy, enthusiasm, and determination. Okay, and determination. The mantra you will say with your candle is the following. Now, when you do this, when you say the mantra and you speak it into your candle because you're sending the power in it, I'm going to have you repeat this mantra. And you're going to slowly say it out loud. And as you do it, you're going to drink some water so you can control how you want to say what you need to say. Okay, so these are the things this is the mantra you're going to say 3 times. All right. I am filled with more energy, determination, and enthusiasm. I energize my mind, my body from head to toe. It is so, and so shall it be. I am filled with more energy, determination, and enthusiasm. I energize my mind, my body from head to toe. It is so, and so shall it be. Namaste. You're going to say that 3 times with your candle each day as it burn out. Always use safety first with your candles. If you need to snuff it out when you're gone due to thinking the fire hazard, how to snuff it out. Do not blow it out. Snuff it out. And if you don't have a snuffer, take your fingers, put a little water on it, hit it. You got it turned out. Never blow out a candle that you're working with. Okay, that's a whole nother topic, but don't do that. Okay, because the candles come alive for you, so you don't want to blow it out. All right. Now, always too, what do we do with the full moon? Do we always cleanse? Yes, we do. We always cleanse our areas with either Palo Santo. You can use sage. These are your options. All right. Always cleanse your lymphatic areas with the full moon and new moon. These are the 2 things you want to do. Sage, Palo Santo. You can burn frankincense with this full moon or Nam Champa. Because anytime you cleanse with Palo Santo or sage, you still have to raise the vibration back up because the sage and Palo Santo removes energy. So it looks like in the spirit realm hollow. It looks like a big black hole. So you have to take and back it up with frankincense or Nam Champa to raise back the energy up into your environment. Okay. So also too, I am now offering the spiritual bath. As you know, normally I always recommend a bath that I have designed and crystals to do. Well, I'm now offering the Micheal Apothecary, part of our website, a Micheal Apothecary Moon Spiritual Bath. It's beautiful. It's charged with the full moon vibration. It is infused with that. It's outdoors. It's worked over. The intentions are set. It's laid on an altar. And it is out there infused with the moon. Okay. So it's beautiful. And what happens is you will receive the full moon bath, which is a full moon spiritual cleanse bath. Crystals that I've selected to work with on a continuing basis with this bath. And you will be able to with the crystals, you can either travel with it, take it with you, or put it in your sacred space that you have. Okay, it will be 2 crystals that I'll be forwarding. Also, too, there will be a special gift inside that kit as well. With the spiritual bath, it's beautiful. It's crafted, all natural, all natural, okay? And it is $28.88 plus shipping and handling. So shipping and handling is outside that cost. That it is pre-ordered, okay? So you have to do a pre-order for it and prepaid. So what happens is after the full moon, within that Monday cycle, it is being packaged and sent out priority mail. So you will receive it by that Thursday or Friday of next week. Okay, so it's beautiful to get down with and to make sure, because you'll still be harvesting that vibration, and it is beautiful. Okay, so we also have too the full moon altar community service that is going on as well. We're taking orders on for the 12th and the 13th coming in. Now what that is a candle burnt on the altar, lit on the altar with your intentions. The full moon altar focus will be on abundance, relationships, and energy surge. Okay, so and it goes in a couple of areas: abundance, relationships, and the desire of your life. Okay, so we're setting intentions with it. It's $11.99 per candle. So whatever your intentions is, it have to be on each candle, because you can't overpower a candle with that energy. What happens is it's all lit together. Each intentions is written by me. It's not printed from what you sent. No, it is sent with that intentions. Then it's worked over and worked over and worked over during the time of the lighting service until it finishes out. Then we have a unity candle that's burnt along with it, and it will continue the process. All right. So it is beautiful experience. So, and all of that, we had a lot to say. This is a beautiful full moon, a beautiful power shift, a very imperative to work with the lunar moon so you can get the things that you desire out of your life. Yes, you can create the life that you choose to live if you are working and doing the work to change the patterns and things in our lives. Okay, so I love you for watching today. Don't forget to click that wiggly bell down below, ding dong ding, to make sure you can get the daily fresh tarot card reading that comes to you on a daily basis. Don't forget that we offer intuitive readings that would change your life, conjure work that would change your life, spiritual counseling, and so much more. Metaphysical supplies. Whatever certain things that you have request of, you can always email me and I can forward it to you directly. Everything that I do send out is charged, cleaned, and ready to do what it needs to do when you get it. You don't even have to go back through it. It's bam, it's power punch. And most people, they'll say, oh, whoa, when I got her thing, I can tell, exactly, because we do the work over here. Magical practitioners, do we do the work? Yes. All right. So I love you very much. Have a great full moon in Aries. Don't forget to be a part of moon altar service, community service on abundance, desires of your life and relationships. Don't forget to get your moon bath by Moonchild Apothecary, which is us. And it is infused. It will change your life. It gets you in the systems. And also, too, it helps you to get your crystal game up. If you don't have it already, get it going, because it is part of who you are. All right. So I love you very much. Have a great, magical, productive full moon. Take care. Bye-bye.